Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Ausra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 520 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. A few weeks ago was quite a difficult trip to Vabalninkas for me. And I had to demonstrate pipe organ to a bunch of 8th graders and 9th graders. And from that trip, the most difficult thing was to get them to play this 19th century organ. They were very shy, too shy, I should say. So, Ausra, this is my question, right? How to get young kids to be more excited during such events and willing to try things that maybe are difficult for them, or overcome their fear of other teenagers, their friends.
You know, the question that I have raised in my head while reading your question was, why are we so shy?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that, the answer might be smartphones.
You mean they're not accustomed to be active socially with normal people?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I remember last night we were driving your car, yes, and we stuck in a traffic jam, and I noticed there was a bus station nearby, and I could observe those people for a few minutes. There were maybe 12 people standing and waiting for a bus.
Mm-hmm.
All the young ones were, holding these smartphones and surfing through them, not paying any attention to outside world.
But this is Vilnius, this is capital, this is center of Europe, maybe, right?
Well, do you think that kids, let's say in the province, we are much different from the kids in the Vilnius? I don't think so. We, also have, this dependence from modern technologies.
It might make sense, yeah. Maybe maybe eliminate phones from their life. That would be solution.
Well, yes, but I think unfortunately it's impossible to do.
Uh-huh.
That's just a dream. But what I'm thinking that probably for the youth, all these demonstrations should, if we want to attract them, we should be probably more technologically based.
Oh, I see.
And interactive. That's probably what modern kids would understand better.
Interactive, you mean that kids should be a part of them, of that, let's say, lecture performance, storytelling event right from the beginning, not at the end, right?
Yes, and plus I think you should involve the modern technologies more into your demonstration.
What kind of technologies, Ausra?
Well, at least PowerPoint.
Visual material.
Yes.
But they are, it's strange, they are already seeing what I'm talking about in front of them. It's
Well,
not like I'm talking to a blind audience.
I think because it's not on the screen, it's not affecting them.
But how do you explain the fact that in my other demonstrations, kids were more active, more engaged?
What about age difference? Were we the same age?
I've done most of my demonstrations for kids, for very little kids, or for adults, for kindergarten or primary school, elementary school kids. But for teenagers, I've done a few, not so much. So, but I've done recently from Vilnius International School. I remember one teacher brought me English-speaking kids. So they were very active and willing to play four hands and even six hands at one time.
Well, let's face it, it's a big difference between, Lithuanian province teenagers and,
It
kids
is.
from the international school. Basically, kids in international school, we have very different background and we
Right.
have much bigger interests in life and much bigger expectations in life. Because I think, the kids in our province, we are basically abused kids in many ways.
Right.
And I
It
think
might be
that
this the
for many
difference.
of them, the closest friend, the biggest friend is their mobile phone.
Very interesting.
That's my guess. And when you are, for example, giving a performance and demonstration for kindergarten kids, we are still, curious about things. We are still not so much affected, by all the negative things and technological things. Because usually, parents try to to avoid, their kids using too much technologies at a very early age.
So, for example, you, Ausra, if you had an opportunity to go to Vabalninkas before me, right, a few weeks ago, and you knew this would happen ahead of time, right? The very shy kids, perhaps not so engaged. How would you? Even the question is there any way you could engage them with the means that you have at hand? You will not be able to bring a PowerPoint there, right?
Sure,
Probably.
but I still don't know why we didn't want to try that organ so badly. Maybe we teacher just scared them before event and told them just to be very quiet and polite and.
Could be, yeah. The teacher might be one of the reasons too. We don't know.
Were we noisy during your demonstration or we were very
No,
quiet?
no, quiet. Quiet. There was one or two instances when they maybe wanted to engage with themselves a little bit, but not that this would be a disturbance of um, of demonstration.
Another thing is that probably about this that in teenager years your social life is organized in some sort of gangs. Yes, it's like let's see in the wolves. We have
Wolf
wolf
pack.
pack. Yes, we have one leader, and everybody follows the rules, and everybody plays the role in this sort of gathering. So maybe that's the same with with those kids.
I needed to identify the alpha male.
Yes, maybe leader just told, this is all a bullshit, don't do it. And nobody could do it because we were... Maybe, we didn't want that others would laugh at them, or no. That's my best guess, but maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
But why two people from one group and one person from another group played the organ then?
Well, there are always people who does not fit into those, groups, other groups. We are basically outsiders, losers, probably others would call them.
Strange. Okay, that makes sense, of course. In one group, one boy was encouraged to play by the music teacher. And then she said, "You are very gifted, show off yourself." And then he played. But in the first group, two friends played for hands, and not badly at all. They explored the sounds and made some rhythmical arrangements of a popular song they knew. It was interesting.
So this case also shows, that we sort of lack, better musical education, because those kids who played, yes, those two that played duet, and another kid that music teacher encouraged play, we had some musical training, extra musical training, comparing probably to the others one, and maybe we just felt too shy to play anything because we knew that we can't do it.
Yeah, lots of things to think about.
And well, if you are not well musically educated, then you don't have interest in that thing because you cannot enjoy it. Because let's face it, to enjoy music, you still have to have some sort of musical pitch, and at least some kind of musical training. Because the things that you cannot understand and comprehend, we usually don't attract yourself.
Or it has to be very interesting and engaging technologically, right? For that kind of age group.
Yes, I think so. Some sort of thing like, I don't know, the keyboard that plays itself. There are nowadays things like this.
I have some hope about paper organ when it arrives next year in February, maybe, if this project gets funded and Wolfram Kampfmeyer produces this instrument. It's like a modular kit organ. You can assemble your several pipes, with a balloon, and balloon blows air. It's really fun from the video that he produced. So maybe this kind of small, basically a game instrument, would be fun to show them in addition to real thing.
Yes, that might help.
To get them more engaged,
Cool.
They would play with their hand on the paper organ and maybe on the real thing afterwards.
Yes.
And break my paper organ.
That's what might happen because, paper organ is so fragile.
Right. Excellent, guys. All right, we'll see in the future how it goes next time. Thanks for your questions. Well, that was my question. Thank you.
Thank you, Vidas, for your question.
Excellent. And please send us more questions. We love helping you grow. Do you like helping me grow, Ausra?
Yes, very much.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your essays, courses, and all your help.
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Ausra, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.